Hello and welcome to Troposity. Today at Troposity, we're going to be doing a video on pre-evolutions, my top 5 pre-evolutions that I would like to see, preferably in maybe Pokemon X and Y. Now, we're going to start off with number 5. Relicanth. Yeah, you're all probably pretty surprised seeing Relicanth on here. He's not that big of a Pokemon. I think he's pretty neato, and you know, having a pre-evolution, it's kind of more of a novelty idea, more so than a... Pre-evolutions don't do much is what I'm trying to get at. And with a pre-evolution for Relicanth, it'd be a bit of a novelty idea, trying to get more players to actually use Relicanth. I think it's pretty cool, but that raises the whole issue of its Pokedex entry, saying that it hasn't evolved over thousands of years. So that kind of puts a flaw in my plan. Number 4! Number 4 is a little guy I like to call Torgul. Now, this may have something to do with my Hoenn obsession, because I'm pretty sure all of my Pokemon are from Hoenn, or, well, maybe except not one of them. English, oh god. With Torgul, there's been some pretty cool ideas, such as this little guy named Torboil. It's so adorable that I had to put him on this list, and he kind of beat Relicanth, so he gets number 4. That's about it. Absolv, you're number 3! With Absolv as number 3, I have to go into a bit of a story mode. Basically, with Absolv, I've always seen it as a bit of a legendary Pokemon, and I think some younger players might think that as well. So what I'm thinking is, if we had a pre-evolution to this game, it might make Absolv more of a friendlier Pokemon, and also more obtainable. I also extremely love some of the ideas for it. It looks like a little puppy, and who doesn't love a good puppy every once in a while? Number 2! Number 2 brings up a topic of Skarmory. With Skarmory, my first encounter of realizing how much of a badass he is was back in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon when he was one of the first bosses you faced. He fucked me up majorly. With that being said, I'd love to give something else to Skarmory, such as an adorable evolution. Since an evolution for Skarmory wouldn't make all that much sense, I think a pre-evolution is in order. There's also an extremely adorable hummingbird pre-evolution that I'd love to see implemented. Number 1! Now, I must admit, if you did not see this one coming, you might have some problems. That's right, Tropius deserves a pre-evolution as number 1 in my book. First of all, I have to go on a little rant about Tropius. He's a freaking flying dinosaur. When you were a kid, the number 1 thing you wanted was a dinosaur. What's the number 2 thing you wanted? To fly. Combine those together and throw some bananas on that bitch and you have Tropius. Now, I must admit, some of the concept art for Tropius is amazing. Look at this little cutie with his coconuts, even though coconuts don't go into bananas, but he's still extremely adorable. Alright everyone, that wraps up my top 5 pre-evolutions, and with that being said, if you have any discrepancies or issues with my top 5, why not post your top 5 down below? If you have any suggestions for any future videos, why not put that down below and leave a like. Oh yeah, and subscribe, or else I'll rip your face off.